I've only got one green one, which is really handy. If that makes sense. I know. I did once. We had Mike Oldfield to remix Tubular Bells. I was like, oh no, that's really not suitable for England.
Go down well?
No. Yeah, let's do this.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Paul Christian Spiritualist Church, and welcome to everyone online as well. Bet you're surprised to see me standing up here. No one's more surprised than me.
He volunteered, Odman.
Yeah, but no, it's an honour to be able to support Laurie. So Laurie's taken our service this morning, and just to say, if you've got mobile phones, if you can turn them off, that would be fantastic. And we're looking forward to it, Laurie. So without further ado, I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Matt. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I feel wrong. I should be here. Matt, you're doing the mediumship. No, I lied. Matt, thank you. It's people up here. It may look easy. Trust me, it's not. This is not most people's natural environment. So well done, Matt, for volunteering. And he did volunteer, seriously. It wasn't one of my usual ones. So thank you, Matt, for chairing. So we can bring our minds, our hearts, our thoughts, our very presence into this time. Gathered here as this loving community, in that knowledge, in that presence of the continuity of life. I would ask as your medium today that my mind be stilled, that all that is cast upon it be reflected truly through the philosophy, through the messages, bringing home that truth of the life eternal, and in and through that knowledge, the acceptance of the God of our own understanding. I now place myself into that loving energy, that presence, this moment, this time together. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Laurie. And so we invite you to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you. And we now come to our healing moment, which is a chance to sit quietly and to think about those where you would like healing to be sent, either quietly or if you want to say the person or animals or place name when I come to you, please do so. Okay, thank you.
Janet.
I'd like to send healing to Isabel, Charlie and Chelsea. Great Spirit, divine source energy, God of our own understanding, thank you for sending the healing to those people mentioned and those in our thoughts. Thank you for the love and healing you're sending out to all those people and animals around the world that are in need, to everyone here in need, to Mother Nature and to Mother Earth. Thank you and Amen.
Amen.
And I'll hand over to you now, Laurie, for your address.
What if I say no?
That'd be interesting. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Matt. So, I have a reading to share with you. Wonderful book, Echoes Unheard by Deborah Skelton. And it's a collection of thoughts from mediums past and present and future. This, you'll have to excuse me, I'm the one with the throat as well. I can hear it. So, Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, I will undo my top button so I'm not being strangled. This is a reading from Ina Twigg, and it's entitled The Purpose of Mediumship, written in 1973. What are we proving through mediumship? The survival of the individual after death? Certainly. But the implications of that fact are staggering and should affect every facet of living. We try to stand the bereaved on their feet and say, go on and use this knowledge. I do not let people use mediumship as a prop. It must be a challenge. There are a number of people I see about once a year who sit as a matter of courtesy to the other side. We at least give the other side an opportunity to talk to us. But the sitters are not dependent. People try to tie mediums to the wheel of continual evidence. It is essential that people receive evidence. But after that, there is a whole wealth of information about many subjects that can be gained by using mediumship at other levels. The purpose of communication is to give people an idea of their true identity and the true purpose of living. Very powerful statements in there. Our true identity, our true purpose of living. We all ask, don't we, why? Why am I here? I answer quite a lot, normally in the middle of the night, stood in the kitchen. Why am I here? But we question, why are we here? Let's break that reading down a wee bit. And we talk about the evidential communications that we receive week in, week out, here and in other churches and centres and now online across the world. What is the message in the message? What is it our spirit family are telling us? What truth are they sharing with us? We don't get messages where spirit come back and say, oh, I'm having a miserable time over here, I wish I never died. They come back saying, all is well. They come back saying, I am healed. Whatever trauma, whatever illness, whatever condition took me to the other world is now left with the physical body. But my spirit, my true self, that thread of the divine within each and every one of us, is well, is happy, is content, is able to share parts of our life with us at will. Also, in the spirit realms, it is a place of intelligence. You know, spirit don't sit around on a cloud twiddling their thumbs, waiting for a medium to go, "Oi, Elsie, I've got your sister here, come down." Oh, okay. Not like that at all. If you can, just try to grasp an existence which isn't governed by physicality, which isn't governed by our need to eat, to sleep, to work, to gain money, to spend money. None of that is there. It's just an existence of us, expressing our thoughts, sharing ideas. We have nothing to gain in the spirit world. The material world is built upon dominion. This is my land, not yours. This is my house, not yours. This is my money, not yours. It's all about ownership of physical things. But what happens to those physical things once we take that next step? We don't drag them along with us. We don't turn up at the gates of the heaven in a Mercedes. No, I've just been confirmed. No, we don't do that. That's good. That doesn't happen. All that is left behind and seen for its real worth. It's a prop. It's an aid to our existence here. But unfortunately, when greed and when power and when the need to assert control over others steps in, all these physical things then take on this other energy. They're not things to be shared, they're things to be held onto, to exert a control. And in the spirit world, we can see that. In the spirit world, because it is us. It will be you. It will be you, and you, and you, and you. Because one day we will all, two things in life, two things that are unavoidable. Taxes, and the fact that one day we will make that journey. So what do we take with us? So we've already eliminated the Mercedes, the big bank account, the Botox, the implants, the stuff. But we take with us our love, our life, our memories, our connections. And we see that for the true value it is. We hear time and time again of rifts within friendships and within families. Sometimes we need to step away. Sometimes we do need to break away from that energy. But we often hear through mediumship, "I'm sorry I did this. I'm sorry I didn't do that. I'm sorry I was this way." Because as once we're free of this physicality, we can actually look at ourselves. My belief, my personal belief, is that I do not sit in front of others to judge me. Because the minute if I were to say to you, "You've been very, very naughty," I'm picking on you because I know you, and I know it's true. No. But your instant reaction is, "No, I'm not." But we can do this on earth. We can look in the mirror, look at ourselves and go, "Did you do that fairly? Were you kind? Did that need to be said?" And we ourselves are our own judge. And when we do things like that, so often that inner voice goes, "Could have been better. May not have been necessary." It's not a condemnation. It's just advice on that eternal growth that we can go through. So when Spirit come to us in these messages, and when you have the competent mediums that can convey their feelings, convey their sentiments, convey their thoughts accurately, to establish that identity, to bring that moment to you of, yes, they're here. Even for this short time, they are here. We need to ask ourselves too, what is that message they bring? Not that they've been watching us, not that they've been aware of situations. What is the overall knowledge? What is that overall thought they bring? They're saying life goes on. we exist. We exist now in a different dimension to where we existed on the earth. But everything that we did, every interaction that we shared, is a part of us. And let's face it, you know, they're going to come back and say they love us. We're going to have people on the other side go, oh, I'm not talking to them, you can go away. That's fine, that's issues they will need to work through, because there's no one up there cracking the whip, there's no tests, there's no score sheets. We evolve our thinking, we evolve our thoughts, we evolve our feelings, we evolve our sentiment. To me, the spirit world, when we make that transition, my thoughts again, it's going to be very similar to this world. Because why would we go into somewhere where we may feel intimidated? Why we talk about it being one vibration. Well, what does one vibration look like? What would it feel like? And more importantly, what effect would it have on us when we make that transition? Probably not a good one. So I believe that when we make that transition, we will be in a place familiar to ourselves. We will have things around us that are familiar. I dare say if you want a cigarette, you can have a cigarette. But do you know what? After one or two, probably I don't need that anymore, because you start to remove the physical. You start to remove that physicality, to refine and to evolve that spirit within. So this message, the message within each and every message is that we live. We live on forever. And in through that message should lead us to think, if we live forever, we have lived forever, why are we living this existence now? Why are we here now? What are the opportunities in our lives now to refine our knowledge, our understanding about the other world, but also to refine that knowledge and that understanding about the spirits that walk with us on this earth? Each and every one of you are a spirit incarnate. So it should start to lead on to that understanding. There is no separatism. There is no race, no colour, no creed. There is just that uniqueness of each and every one of us. And sure, there will be people that we're unable to reach. Do you know what? That's fine. Because nobody ever said it's your job to drag somebody out of their orthodoxy. All we can do is put the food on the table. If people choose to sit and eat with us, great. If they choose not to, great. Because they will find another table with another truth. And when we use that word truth, we constantly seek it. We seek out the truth. But my experience time and time and time again with the spirit world is if we had 3 spirits here giving the truth, each one would speak a different truth. Because there is no finite truth, there is no end. Because everything is made up of our journey, both here in this world and continuing on in the spirit realms. We all seek the answers, but the answers can never be fully understood until we've done that journey, our own journey. There's a big difference between having knowledge and having experience. I have some wonderful pieces of music that I turn to. They are my, I need that upliftment, I need that peace. There is one piece, it's from the soundtrack of The Time Machine, the new version. And it's a beautiful piece of music. And when I play it, it's like it picks me up and dances with me. It fulfills my soul. But I'm only telling you my experience of that piece of music. You've not felt that resonance. You've not been able to connect it yourself. And this is what the spirit world wants. Yes, yes, gather in knowledge, but use that knowledge to further your experience. Because what we experience is what we take with us. What we experience is what we can recall. What we experience touches our very soul. And this should be the same within our churches and centres. Each and every meeting such as this, you should be working on that experience, opening yourself up, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Because in an environment such as this, you can be. Express that vulnerability with the spirit world. Allow that communication, that presence to move you. Because our life here is an experience. And sadly, we're losing that experience. As I've said before, this is not Netflix. This is not Disney. This is your time together to feel that presence of spirit, to get your own evidence, your truth of the continuity of life. And furthermore, what does that truth bring to your life today, your very existence? Do I ignore it and go, well, that was a lovely message, I'll go next week and see if I get another one? Or do we take it away and go, do you know what? That is so interesting. How does that work? What does that mean? So each and every message is an invitation left open to each and every individual to say, we've proved our side. What are you going to do with it? Thank you.
Thank you, Laurie. Wonderful to listen to, and certainly resonated for me. So thank you. We now come to our hymn for the day, and a collection will be going round if you'd like to contribute. Thank you.
On to the next.
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, owning to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal
And we now move on to a part of the service where Laurie will provide evidence of the continuation of life, and it's from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. And I'm not going to replicate what you do, Laurie, to engage the audience, but I'll leave it in your capable hands, so thank you.
Thank you, Matt. I like your confidence. Laurie will. Okay. Okie dokie. So, just shifting the energies, as we always say, please, your voice is important. It really is. Never forget, your message may be somebody else's evidence as well. So, as I'm working here and changing my energy, I've got a gentleman coming in here, and he's got a really good sense of humour. I can just feel this bit of cheekiness within him as he comes in here. I've got a nice solid frame on this guy. I've got good shoulders on this chap as well. I really am quite a stocky man in the prime of life, when he would have been well remembered for this. He's just chuckling at me, and I'm saying, please do something, because I'm enjoying the laugh, sir, but I can't make this last 30 minutes, so please carry on and talk with me. This man's a gravedigger. That's interesting. My first one. This man is a gravedigger. Now, I don't know if this was like part of life or my full career, but I know that I was out, and I know because I can see the way we would have started. Don't worry, this is not a forecast for anybody. Don't be frightened to put your hand up. They're not getting the bed ready for you yet. But this is memories of this gentleman. Who can understand somebody in the spirit world that would have dug graves? Nobody. I'm hearing the name of Lou being called out as well. No, I'm going to keep working with it because this is quite an interesting link here. Okay. Also, this gentleman would love motorbikes, because I'm seeing a motorbike being presented here, and it is special. This is not a shop-bought showpiece. This is a hand-crafted, hand-polished, hand-painted bike. So I know we have that love there too of motorbikes. And I've got this really warm. I've got a gentleman here that first visual approach to him might have been a bit, not sure about you. But do you know what? I've got such a giving person and such a nice. Oh, take me there. Chris,
Yes.
can you understand this bit? Can you understand the grave digging as well?
Me and my ex-partner used to grave dig. I mean, he's not dead, but we used to grave dig between us.
I'll take this as to order, not late at night, and you
no.
just pop down now. Let's have a look.
But Sam's best mate was Jonah, who's got the bike, made his own bike and painted it and everything. He used to help us.
Okay, and this is the character. This is brought that link in with the because I'm so. I keep saying to Spirit, doing something really descriptive. You would understand too, please, with this character of the guy. When I look at him, I just think, oh, not sure, but I did a lot of work for charity as well. There would be charity bike rides. We would go out on the bike, collect money, and put money into charities
That's
for
my
that.
cousin Paul.
That's your cousin Paul. You got you got a queue. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But this warmth, I do know you, Chris, and I do know things about you at this time. So please understand that. But I know as they're all gathering in here, they're all coming in here with a very giving energy, because this is what they manifested in life. They, the chap with the motorbike would always help other people. He spoke with people for emotional type. He had a very good way with words, and this is not like in a formal setting as a counsellor. This is more like down the pub and talking with people, but he would talk sense.
Yeah. he was the president of his motorcycle.
Okay, but I know this guy is a guy that you come away from a conversation with him and you feel better
Yeah, lovely man.
because he would talk about things. Okay. He's got a good humour, and he said I probably can't say some of the words in a church, and I went thank you. No, you can't. Naughty. But he's laughing at that. He likes that. Was he addicted to fruit machines? Because it's just as he's talking.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm
but
not sure.
just all right. Is this symbolic for something then? Oh, okay, very clever. When we were talking about in the pub environment, you're very comfortable in a pub environment. He said, we do have them up here. He said, but I'm barred. He's just got this naughty sense of humour. He's so nice. But he brought in this fruit machine symbolism here, and he keeps spinning the wheels, and we keep having, and he's equating this to what's going on with you at the moment. It's sort of like, it's an ever-changing thing. You know, every day you spin the wheels and this is dealt, and then, do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I just feel, no, I don't feel, tell me. He's just saying that the ground's a bit uneven.
Just keep going.
Yeah, the ground's a bit uneven, and it's sort of like, you're told one thing one day, and then next day they say something else.
Right,
Yeah, and he's just saying, it is like a fruit machine. He said, oh, that's good, oh, I like you. Because he's just said, but don't worry, your jackpot will come up. All right? Because he's just put like 3 cherries on there, and he's laughing about that. He said, but you know we all love you, we know we're all there. You talk to them and saying, and do you know what? They're laughing half the time when you talk, because you talk very naturally, and it's similar to what I do. If somebody heard me upstairs, yeah, exactly, and I know exactly where you are, because if people heard me on my own, I'd probably be in St Anne's or somewhere, because you just have this wonderful, beautiful connection there. Can I bring you a young boy that's grown up in spirit, please? He's just stepped in. He's showing himself at the moment around the age of, tell me, 8 or 9, but this is not the age he passed on the earth. He went very quickly to the spirit world. He's beautiful. He's got a shock of very dark hair. Absolute shock of very dark hair. Okay, I'll need to leave this with you, but I know he's grown in, when the children come through grown in spirit, they look different, they glow. They just look perfect. And this young boy, sure you can't understand him, my love?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, my grandson.
Right, so he's come forward for you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So, do you know what? He is perfect. He is up. Oh, here we go. Are you all right for me to continue?
Yes, what she needs.
He is absolutely perfect.
There you go.
And physically he's perfect, which I think is very important. You understand that? Physically. And do you know what? He's radiant. He is radiant. There is an elderly lady with him, like a grandmother, your grandmother type. She stepped forward there with him to bring him forward. He didn't need anybody actually to bring him forward, because do you know what? He's just really sharp. He is clear, and it's almost beautiful eyes. I want to cry looking at the eyes, honestly, because the love that radiates from there. He holds your hand at night, he tells me. He holds your hand. And he's just, do you know what? He's the perfect little gentleman. He is, because he's just dabbing your tears like that. But he's just dabbed one of your tears. And he said, I will keep this. I will keep this. but I love you, Nanny. I love you. I love you so much. I need to ask this, what was he buried in clothing? Is there something like, is there a sports connection there or something?
I don't know, I mean, his older brother was sporty, but he was only 6 months when he passed.
Okay, but I just feel there was something in the coffin here.
They could well be.
Yeah, there was something put in the coffin. I feel like it's like a little football boot or
Probably
something
your
like that.
next,
But he says, I cherish, it is, it's a little football boot. And he said, and I cherish that too. But I'm always around. I'm always around. Thank you, darling. That was it. Right, a lady has just stepped in here. Very different energy. She's very forthright. She's very straightforward. She's gone without any disrespect here. She's gone, right, come along now, it's my turn. I wish to be heard. And she's stepped right into my energy. I know I've got a very tall lady here, quite a thinnish build. Blokes can't describe women, all right? So just please, you know, and don't ask about hair because it's either black, white, or grey. There's auburn. What's that? No idea. But she's telling me off. So I know I've got quite a strict lady here, but I also have a loving person here as well. She's telling me, okay. This strictness about her, this presence about her, came about from her earlier life, where she had to be strong. Okay, that's interesting. She's talking about her earlier life, where she had to do, at a very young age, lots of things for the family. She had to grow up really quickly. She had to take charge. She had to look after siblings. I sense that within that family there was disruption going on, not what we perceive as the perfect family life, far from it. But I know that she was forced into taking taking charge of things. Yeah. Who can understand this lady, please? Maybe. Please stop scratching your noses, because if you scratch your nose, you're going to end up with a message, all right? Because I keep getting drawn to you. So we've got a maybe here. Would you understand, please, this character that at first you're a bit, whoa, but then you go, no, actually, yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Would you understand also, please, this going back in the childhood about, there's something behind me. What is that? Oh, it's you. That's all right. Would you understand too, please, going back in the childhood, the family life wasn't the norm here? Would you understand the name of Rose being called out as well, please, here? Yeah? Good. So we're just securing that. We're doing what I've started calling the handshake, which is lovely. Because as she's now stepping fuller in, we're getting that connection going. So there's spirit to me, to you, back to spirit, which is really important. Gosh, I just want to bring this wave of emotion. I just want to come and pick you up. Yeah, I just want to go every day. You've asked a question and she just answered every day. You've sent a thought out and she just said every day. She's not told me what the thought is. Hold on to that, please. But she's just so pleased to see both of you. Bringing you both in there. Bringing you both. Is this Mum? Yeah. Yeah. Didn't tell me. It's just that feeling. She's got a great sense of humour as well. She likes my sense of humour, which is really good. Sometimes they don't, and they tell me, but she likes my sense of humour here as well. And she's like, I want to talk about macaroni cheese. Macaroni cheese. I'm just sat here and I've got this huge bowl of macaroni cheese that I'm making. Do you understand that as a link going back in childhood? I just got this...
Maybe.
Okay, maybe, we do maybe, we don't like maybes. But yeah, she just brought that in. I know this lady she's very competent in what she does. Because of this presence, she commanded respect when she came in. Oh, okay. She's not of everybody, some people didn't like me. And she's fine with that. She's absolutely fine. She just says, not my problem. But yeah, she commanded this respect. Is there teaching links as well with this lady, please? Good, because yeah, I get that in her energy, that I feel quite capable and competent of showing people how to... And she's a very good teacher as well. My mum was an appalling teacher, because she would step in and take things over. So I always ended up being a nervous wreck, but I'm not with your mum here, because she loved seeing people get things. She loved seeing people unfold. And she brings that thought, okay, oh, are you sure? She brings that thought and that energy around both of you. Okay, I am so proud. I am so proud. I love you like, I can't tell you how much I love you. She's my heart, if I had a heart, it would burst with pride. She's just trying to bring in a bit of humour and lighten this up in. But she says, yes, I am. I'm just so proud. You've written a letter to her since she passed. I've read it. I've read it and I've got it. I've got it with me. Oh. Here come the waterworks. I know. Do you know what? When mediums say they love you, that's not what they're telling us. We have that emotion, all right? And we have to express it into words so it's conveyed. And that love is just like a tsunami coming in. It really is. It really is. She's just bringing her thoughts and her energy now. You have thoughts and decisions are going on of what to do next. Where am I going? What shall I do about this? Are there thoughts here, please, of either moving or leaving something behind? When I say leave something behind, I mean, you know, it may not be moving out of the area, but moving away from things or people. You're not understanding that straight away, that's fine. So it's not, I'm not interpreting this. Where am I going on? You're looking for more clarity on things, because she's just suddenly done that with my eyes. You're looking for more clarity on things. You're looking to understand more of different things and people around you and situations to enable you to move forward better. And she says, I am on hand to help you with that. She said, just ask me. Just ask me. I'm being taken here to a photo as well. And I know it's very special. And I know I talk. And she says, I'm always there. Just come and talk to me. Just come and talk to me. She said, the answer will come. The answer will come. And thank you. Thank you. Brilliant. Well done. Thank you. She said, you looked after me and I can't thank you enough. And she's got her hands like that with yours. Yeah. Just showing that bond, that strength of love there. That wasn't her, that was the cat. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Who's Betty or Betsy? If not, no, I think I may have moved on. I think I may have just moved on, but thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's the seagulls. You can hear it up there. They feel like a clog dance at times. I have a father stepping in. Again, a very strong character with father. Great deal of pride. Oh, okay. Being made to stand upright here. I know we have hands out my pocket. Okay, I'm listening. I know I have forces background with this gentleman as he comes in here. But there's a pensiveness as he comes in as well. I've got a father here that, whilst on the earth plane, the connection, I can't place if it's a daughter or a son in the room today, sorry, it's my fault. But the connection between the two was a little bit strained, a little bit uneasy. There was, just a bit of emotional gap. I'm not saying it was all bad, but there was just like this emotional gap. It's like two different people were living in the house and not really connecting a lot. And I want forces experience on the Rhine. I want German postings as well with this gentleman. Who would understand that, please? So I'm looking for a father. Susan?
Yes.
You understand? You understand, please, because this is a bit I need to really sort of like work on, is the slight distance, the emotional distance at times. He's just stepped in and gone, thank you. Thank you. He's very courteous and very observant about things as well. And he's gone, thank you. I appreciate to be able to talk with you at this time. I want to go back to Germany. I know a lot went on there. I know there was a lot of fun, but there was also a lot of hard work. And there was a lot of separation as well at that time. Him physically being absent from the family home as well. And he said, all right, take your hands out of your pocket. I've got such a strength with this man, physically as well. As he's really in my energy here now, I know I've got a good strength, a good agility there, which we would expect with forces people. But I know this guy, his physicality was quite important to him. We held rank in the army because he's talking about that. He said, I needed to be strong for those that followed me. So he had this strength for like his platoon or whoever worked underneath him. So it was very important that he had that. But he's just talking, he said, maybe. That's the way he's just said it, maybe. He said, maybe in that time I did overlook the importance of the family connections and the friends connections as well. I feel friends were very few. I feel friends were very few with this gentleman. But he's talking about the family connection. He said, maybe that I did focus on other things where I should have focused more on what was closer to me at home. I'm not apologising for it. He said, I'm not going to apologise for it because I did what I felt was needed at the time. So active service as well. Because he said, I fought for king and country. He said, but now I look back and everybody will have this. This is interesting. Everybody will have this. That we could have done things differently. But we didn't. He said, I can't go back and change the past. What I can change is myself now. What I can change is to involve myself around the family more. What I can change is to do whatever I can do to support and help and assist wherever I can. And what I can do is to say, I have always loved you. I may not have shown it in the way that you would have liked, but the love was never absent. And thank you. And thank you for allowing me to be with you today. Very, very strong energy as he stepped in. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you. I want to go back to Betty or Betsy earlier on. All I've got is that name being called out to work with at the moment. So as I'm sort of like trying to build upon that initial energy of that name, I know I've got a lady here who I would have struggled to talk towards the end because I'm getting tongue-tied here. I know I've got a lady who lived a good long life. And I've got a lady here who literally just went to spirit. Just went to spirit. After a long life, it was just like, I think I'm ready now. And just went, allowed that transition to take place. Where are you on the family tree? I'm looking for a mother, please, that led a really good long life, but towards the end they just went, yeah, it's time. It's time. I've been here long enough. It's time. You can understand that, please. Christine, I've worked with you already, but I won't be dismissive of the spirit or of you. But again, it's just showing you the support. You were the first, and you, okay, very clever.
She said she'd had enough towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's quite fitting, actually, that you were the first message and the last message this morning, just to say, we're all there. We're all there, and you're going to be fine.
But she's helped me over these months.
Yeah. She said, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine.
Right, yeah.
But
Thank you.
what an awesome transition that was. That was just like, I let go.
Yeah.
I just let go.
Yeah. She had enough. She
Yeah.
said, didn't she? She had enough.
Wonderful.
Bless her.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Spirit.
Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic, Laurie. So to finish, some notices. So Monday at 7:15 p.m. got a healing evening. Tuesday at 7 p.m. There's a gong bath here with Scania Price. Wednesday at 3 sound bath with Kevin Biggs. Wednesday at 7 p.m. we've got an awareness evening with Lawrence. Next Sunday 11 a.m. we have Suzette Carlisle Thorley taking the service. There's a new newsletter available in the hall, and don't forget we have a Zoom service tonight at 6 p.m. GMT if you'd like to join us. And the Zoom link is on the website. So to finish, I'll hand over to you, Laurie, to do the closing blessing.
Okay.
Is that right?
No. Yeah. Come on. Would you like to do the closing blessings?
Right. I'm not quite sure where to go with it.
No, closing blessing. Just
Closing
give
blessing.
thanks.
Okay, thank you. Right, we'd just like to give thanks to Divine Spirit and thank you for their love, thank you for their protection and their continuous support to us here on earth. We give love back to them and we send light and just give wonderful gratitude for all they do for us. Thank you.
Amen.
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 Brilliant. Well done. All will become clear. Well done. Matt, I'd just like to say thank you so much for stepping in.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely wonderful. You've done really well. Yay!
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for not bending. Appreciate that.
Also, I want to thank each and every one of you. Not just here today, including everyone online. Do you know, because I don't get it, do you know the feedback your church gets from not just the UK, but from abroad? People look to Paul Church. They take our ideas, which is great. That's fine. That's wonderful. But people hold Paul Church in a very, very high regard. And that would never have happened if all you wonderful people here today, here in the past, coming in the future, were not here to support it. So, on behalf of myself and behalf of the church, thank you for making Paul Church known across the lands and further afield. But that's built on you allowing this to happen. You being here, you bringing your energies in, and you creating each and every unique and individual service and event we have here. So, thank you.
And thank you to you, Lawrence, for all that you do for us. And
I could
the
not
wonderful
do
service.
it without everyone's support. I always said when we started with the changes, I said the day I come down and there's nobody in the church is when I say, okay, we have to do something else. Thankfully, that hasn't happened. How wonderful.
Love you, Lawrence. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you. Fantastic sitting up here with you. Fantastic sitting up here with you. Thank you again, Richie.